Hi, and welcome back to the Ascension Playground. Yes, I have a new little background showing. It's reminding me that we are galactic citizens. So we're on Earth, this little blue spinning planet, and yet we are all connected somehow to the greater cosmos. So that's a little bit about my background. But the reason I'm here is because one of our subscribers to the playground asked me to take a quick look at her chart. And so this is for the unusual chart. And let me just see, I'm going to share it on screen here. Now, I'm just playing with the chart, okay? I am not a professional, so I'm just going to ad lib and call in my intuition when we look at this unusual chart, quote unquote. All right, the first thing we notice is, my goodness, this is house number 1. See that number 1? And look how large that piece of pie is. And then equal and opposite it is the 7th house, and that's a very large chunk of pie as well. Typically, many charts have equal portions or somewhat equal portions to the 12 pieces of pie, known as the 12 zodiacal signs or houses, 12 houses. Okay, so here's my 2 little cents. When I read this chart, I look first at the ascendant. That's what AC means, ascendant. And this glyph is for Pisces. So Pisces is the ascendant to this chart. And when Pisces is the ascendant, that's how this individual will present herself to the world. So Pisces, very dreamlike, compassionate, very much in tune with the spiritual, off planet, okay? And then we look for the ruler of Pisces is Neptune. So we go around the chart, and we look for the glyph of Neptune. And here we have Neptune here in this very large 7th house, big piece of pie. Okay. Now, when you look carefully at each of the signs, even though it looks odd, we don't have anything called intercepted houses that I can see. So in other words, the first house of Pisces is here, and it shares the first house with Aries. So then Aries becomes it's the cusp for the second house, and that rules the second house, Aries. And then Taurus will be in charge of your third house. And then Gemini will be in charge of your 4th house. And Cancer will be in charge of the 5th, Leo your 6th. So as I'm looking at this, and then Virgo will be in charge of the 7th, and Libra. So you don't have anything called intercepted. It's just a very strange looking pie with a predominance on the 1st and 7th house. Okay, but here's what my spidey sense tells me for this most unusual looking. It might look unusual, but where I move toward is what's called your midheaven, the MC. And by the way, I'm pulling this free chart from astro.com. It's a free site. You can plug in your natal information and you can pull out a chart that looks like this under free drawings, astrological chart. So back to what I think the area to focus on for this unusual chart would be the midheaven. The midheaven, this is the glyph for Sagittarius. The midheaven is at 19 degrees, and I can't read the minutes, but it's relatively 19 degrees here. Well, the ruler of Sagittarius is Jupiter, and the house that Sagittarius and Jupiter just absolutely love is the 9th house. See that number 9? So there is a very strong marker here where the greatest light, her sun, with Jupiter in Sagittarius here in the 9th house of the philosopher, of higher aims and goals, long distance travel. This is really the mark of a philosopher, I would say. And the most unusual thing that I see, though, is see this glyph? It's for Venus. It is sitting at 27 degrees Sagittarius. Well, what you're not seeing on the chart is the galactic center. The galactic center sits at 27 degrees Sagittarius. What does that mean when her planet of Venus is sitting on top of the galactic center? I'm going to stop sharing here for a minute. So you may wonder, what is this glyph that I like to wear around my neck? This is the mark of the Ankh. That's that key of life we see in Egypt, but it was pre-Egyptian, this one, because it's more circular. This is a Venusian or Venus image. Okay, and underneath it, of course, I have my little Andara. The downward pointing triangle is to hold the energy of the feminine, the divine feminine. So I've taken a symbol for Venus and the divine feminine, and I wear them around my throat chakra so I can help myself speak from a feminine, and I don't mean female, but it's more this a balancing of energy of the divine feminine, vocalizing and sharing to help counterbalance the divine masculine. I may have lost some of you, but let me go back to this most unusual chart as I share this. So pay attention to Venus and the galactic center. So whoever's chart this is, you may want to go on Starseeds Astrology, which I'm going to call up right here, where I've plugged in your information. Excuse me while I do a little graphic cleaning. Here we go. I put in your birth information on the calculator. If you're new to the calculator, please excuse me. This is, you just Google starseedsastrology.com. Do you see that at the top? Starseedsastrology.com. I just can't say enough about this fun program. Okay, you plug in your birth information, you hit calculate, you get a bunch of information here, you copy all this and you paste it here, and then you hit the word import natal chart data, and you get something that looks like this. I have clicked basic report for this unusual chart subscriber, and I can look quickly and see, oh, on her Neptune line, Andromeda. My friend, if you wanted to Google Andromeda star seeds and just look at the qualities, characters, and traits of the Andromedan star nation, see if that resonates with you. That is your star nation of origin. It's that theory that before your soul came into this particular Milky Way consciousness, you came in as an Andromedan star being. Okay, now, before you came to Earth, when we look at your sun line, we would see your most recent lifetime, and it is saying the constellation Hyades. Now, Hyades, you can look and Google Hyadian or Hyades star seeds and see if those qualities help you understand and feel into the energies that you're carrying with you in this lifetime. Okay, so that's the basic report. Now, let me see. I'm going to click on this and go for an extended star system report for you. Here we go. And it's doing its thing. Here we go. Okay, so back to the origin, the most recent lifetime. Hyades is opposite Hyadin 1 and Hyadin 2. So my friend, as you are looking at your most unusual chart, go check out these particular stars, Hyadin 1 and 2 in the constellation Hyades. See if that resonates with you. Again, everything is on Google, or go ahead and sign up for Julia Balaz's Star Seeds online course, which you find at the top of this Star Seeds calculator. Okay, I'm just going to go back and look. Remember, we saw your origin in Andromeda. But see, it's not just Andromeda, the whole constellation. You are bringing in your soul origin in a fixed star called Alpheratz. Okay, so Alpheratz. I'm going to stop sharing there. So that's my little eeny meeny star seeds free. I think that brings me to a total of 3 free. And I'm going to go check and see if anyone else has asked me to do a free mini. If you want a free mini, and I still have time because I do this in between the rest of my life, but I so enjoy it. I just need you to send me an email with give me a name so you recognize it. Like someone's called themselves Quantum Chi, another person called themselves Loving Soul. This particular one's called The Unusual Chart. So you don't have to send me your real name, but I do need your birth date, month, day, and year. Your birth time is essential, and the birth location, city, state, and country. You can email me at theascensionplayground@gmail.com. I'm having so much fun practicing. I'm on my way to becoming a certified starseeds practitioner, also known as a quantum soul guidance certified practitioner. In the meantime, from the Ascension Playground, from my heart to yours, keep going, find ways to lighten up and embrace new tools as we navigate through the new earth energies. Okay, bye for now and see you next time on the Ascension Playground. Bye.